Hey, it's Chuck here back with Milton Daily Homes. We have a list of 18 properties coming off the weekend, and there's some good ones in here. I think we've got some model battles, we got some cool stuff happening. So 97 Kendall's the first one, and it's a Heathwood home. It's a townhouse. It's less than 1,500 square feet, brick and stone on the outside. And I mean, the Heathwood, the basic models are actually very upgraded. The countertops here, you can see they're nice cabinets. That's essentially your main floor. You don't really get anything until you get to the back of the house. So you've got kitchen with an island, you've got a little eat-in, and you've got a back area there. So that's really your dining room. If you have a big dining room table, this one can be a little tricky for you. But stainless steel appliances, you got your fireplace, there's some pot lights. And the rooms look like they're pretty good size too. I like the slope ceiling or the peak ceiling in the bathroom. Very nice featured glass. They're gonna have no problems with this one. You've got two full bathrooms upstairs. They're gonna do quite well. Now Barclay, I think these guys probably bought this home less than a year ago. It's at 354.9. I mean, the last similar home to this is probably around 350, so they're right in the range. That's a laminate floor in the main level. You've got hardwood stairs, nice backsplash here, and yeah, everything is good. This is a very popular model. You've got the two full bathrooms upstairs. There's really no grass in the backyard, so that works well if you just like a low maintenance kind of house, and you're facing right onto the park. So it's a good little spot on Barclay. And there's two parks right within walking distance. You can walk to the splash pad. You're right by Hawthorne Village Public School. You're right by the Catholic school. So there's some real cool stuff with this. Again, I don't foresee any problems with them selling this. It's an all brick too, which some people really like. Burrowsgate 364.9. There's no photos on this one, and it is almost like the new Croft site. It's called an Emery. It's very similar, and the big value feature on this one is it looks like there's no carpets. It's all hardwood, even on the second floor, so that has some value. I think 364 seems just a touch high. But I wish them luck, especially if it's a knockout home, they might find someone who steps up and buys it. 282 Andrews Trails at 369, and you can see they've done a bit of landscaping out front. I like the bigger tree. This neighborhood, this home is probably 7 years old, I'm guessing. Hardwood floors here, more hardwood through the back. Kind of a similar layout to the Heathwood home on Kendall. And the nice thing is you've got a finished basement here. It takes a bit of a hit because right behind this fence, there's a little bit of a clearing, and then Thompson is there. So you're going to hear a busy road when you go to this home. And that's probably why it looks like kind of a good deal, is just because of the location. But it seems good. If you're willing to live with that road, that could be a really exciting home for you. So Bustle, it looks like it backs onto a forest here. You've got 3-bedroom, 3 washrooms, so powder room plus 2 full upstairs. Entry to the garage, relatively open entrance, and then same kind of thing, kitchen with the eat-in, as we talked again with Kendall and probably with Andrews. Nice upgrades in here too. I think about the difference in impression. Like when you go halfway on the kitchen, what can really accelerate it very quickly is when you have stainless steel appliances. Good investment if you're thinking about selling, and you can get some money for the white ones too. Good thing to do to just tweak that price a little bit more, especially if everything else is working. You've got a lot of features here in the home that you've spent money on. So I think 369 looks like it's definitely in the fair range. We got one on Kearns here. It's a semi-detached, and it's about 1,735 square feet plus a finished basement at 384.9. Actually looks like a good deal to me. That looks like a laminate floor, although it could be hardwood, but that's a very specific taste. I don't know if everybody's gonna love that color. So that could go a little bit against them. I like what they did with the kitchen here. The basement looks good, especially if you decided to paint that. You could do a nice white trim, like a beadboard all around, and I'm sure it would look very impressive. So nice rooms upstairs. I mean, this model is actually one of my favorites. Mattamy stopped building it in one of their early phases, so there's not many of them that ever come up. I bet you could probably go a whole year and have maybe 1 or 2 of these come up for the listing. I like the diagonal boards on the deck. So A lot of care put into this home, and I think they've chosen the right price too. Now, Irving Terrace is a semi. It's a little bit bigger. It's 1860 square feet, just over 100 square feet more. Asking about 15,000 more. Hardwood floors. That's the living dining in the front. Then you get to the back. You've got kitchen, living, or family room, I guess you'd call it. Kitchen's a little plain, and you've got 4 bedrooms upstairs, and you also have laundry upstairs too. The other one's only a 3-bedroom. This is a 4-bedroom. That's a little bit of the difference in value. For myself, if I didn't need that 4th bedroom, I'd certainly look at Kearns before this one. But this one also seems very in line with what this model normally sells for. Let me just shut my phone off there. 502 Scott is at 424, and we're looking at a semi-detached 3-bedroom, about 1865 square feet. I mean, it looks okay to me. I don't find it really as mind-blowing. It's not in as good a location as either one of the previous 2 that we looked at. So I think they'll have a bit of a tough time at 424. Excuse me, 601 Caverhill, first detached home from the list. It's at 429, 3-bedroom with a finished basement. I'm guessing it's a smaller home because you can see it really just has living, dining, kitchen on the main level. And I think they made a mistake when they said the 3rd bedroom is in the lower. I think that's on the 2nd level. So I think this is probably one of the sort of 13 to 1500 square foot homes with that basement. In which case, I think that if it's nice inside, they probably have a chance at that price. Wilson, 444, 500. I think about an ideal type of driveway for someone with a boat, right? So if you have a hobby and you have a little bit of a fishing boat or something, you could probably put that right beside the garage here. Looks like there's some solar panels up on the top. It's a great 67-foot wide lot. That's huge and 120 deep. It looks like they've certainly done some nice work on the inside. And you've got a walkout bedroom with sliding door. And then you've got a pool in the back, and it looks like a massive pool, some good privacy, tree coverage, everything else. I hope you get a little bit of backyard in here, and you're kind of close. You can walk to a couple things. You can walk to Domino's Pizza. There's a fish and chips there. You get your hair cut. So it's good walking distance to a lot of things. Get to Main Street nice and easy access to the highway too. Now it's got looks like 2 full bathrooms on this one, and the big value I guess for this is the upgrades they've done in the pool. Cochrane is at 449.5. Nice price for this one. It's 1835 square feet. It's a 34 by 88 foot lot. It's a Spirit Plan 4 and a little bit of a front porch. You can see some nice looking hardwood floors. The kitchen has been updated quite well. I think they're holding back on offers on this one. There's a little bit of an office right on the main level. Like this is a little bit of a hallway and then it's right there. So the floor plan kind of grows on you. I think the outside looks a little bit sort of, off balance, but it's a nice layout for most people. Great price on this one, so they're probably going to wait and see if they can get some competition happening. That's my guess on that one. Grenke, a much different look on the outside, but it's actually the same. It's the same home. It's a Spirit Plan 4, 1835 square feet. So kitchen, more of a darker kitchen here, whereas the other one was lighter. I don't find this one showcases the size as much as the other photos do. There's the front office there, and plus it looks like you've got the laundry upstairs. Now those look like older cabinets. They look almost like the melamine and wood, so I don't know if maybe they recycled those from another house, in which case that may help or hurt them. Probably 2-car parking in the driveway, which is a nice thing, and even if you wanted to maybe extend your driveway a couple feet on either side, maybe you could park 4 cars. So that's certainly a value feature for people. I think that one there. I'd probably take the one at 449, but if it ends up in a competitive bid situation, you could be looking at the same price for both. Challenor, it's around the same size, 1822 square feet, I think. 472 is the price, and you've got a good-looking kitchen here, plus the eat-in. Probably could have thrown their bag of garbage out. You've got the rounded archways, you've got some pot lights, and some upgraded countertops too. So little bit hard to get the impression on this one here. It says it's more than 2,000 square feet. It's very possible. My understanding of this model is that it is less than that. But anyhow, Robinwood is 489.9. It's on a 129 by 58 foot lot. Potentially that could be a corner property. And so there's lots of shots of the front here, and it's beautiful. But when you think about, it's almost like when somebody is having a conversation with you and it's like, man, just get to the point. Like, I want to see some inside shots. I don't want to see 4 of the outside, so 5 of the outside. You got a good looking home here. So you've got some upgrades, some California shutters. The kitchen's been done. So that's your power. That's what you got to bring right after that first shot. I like this one. I think there's a lot of good work that's been done, and being under 500 for bungalows is an attractive place, especially if someone's downsizing from a $600,000 or $700,000 house. This is a good sweet spot. So they've done a big addition. It's about 1,500 square feet. And remember, because you're a bungalow, you actually have a bigger basement because it's a bigger footprint for the house. Everything looks terrific from what I can see, and I think the price looks like it's right in line there. Monaghan, pie-shaped lot. That's a big thing for most people. Pie-shaped lot, double-car garage, nice kitchen, huge kitchen with an island. That's the wish list for the move-up home for someone living in a townhouse or a semi. So this one combines a lot of those features. Hardwood floors here, big open layout. You'd have to buy appliances, so you put that in your budget there. I'm not sure if it has air conditioning. You put that in your budget. You got to buy a fence on a pie-shaped lot. Fence is more expensive. You're probably looking at least $2,000, even if you share with your neighbors. Probably closer to $3,000 for the fence. So, but I think the long-term benefit of getting a house with a lot like this is very positive. So price seems okay. I'm not sure the size of this one, but I think that lot's got to be worth $20,000-$30,000. So Ramshaw, this was way up in the 7s. Always seemed to drift a little bit higher than what it was worth, and then the bank scooped it up. Said, "Hey, you're not making your payments. It's our home now." So it's a power of sale. It's a bank sale. I'm probably going to be too long if I explain what that means in today's video, but if you're interested in the pros and cons of a bank sale, write me an email. Just say, "Hey Chuck, tell me more about bank sales," and I'll try and do that. $672 is the price. Pretty attractive. This is a 3,700 square foot home. Harder to sell a vacant home. It's harder to give that impression. You notice all the flaws. Usually with the bank sales, the appliances are gone. They're actually here and they're stainless steel, so that's a bit of a bonus. Hardwood landing, and you've got a fully finished basement here. It's actually a good price for this home. I think it's this is a tough range to sell in, and I think that they've put it at a number that's going to probably get some action. 15th is $899. It's on 10 acres. Nice piece of land, not too far from town. It's pretty easy to get to, and some of the features maybe are a little dated, but I like the that's a good solid wood kitchen there. You know, it has some good cozy features. You've got a workshop in the back there, fully finished basement. A lot of good stuff here. $899 seems like a price where I'd put it. But again, without seeing it, it's very tough. We're talking about a property that has its own set of characteristics. There's more moving parts in a country home. Septic, you've got wells, you've got all kinds of stuff there. The workshop's worth money. So there's all kinds of different ways to slice value in the country. It's more complicated to price them than it is, you know, a townhouse just right in town. So that's the list. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, you always have 3 next steps. You can come on a tour, meet me at Starbucks, or you can also join us for a buyer class. I'm going to update that class soon. I'm just trying to finalize the date in November when we're going to do that. So have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.